What's up, y'all? This your boy Lucha Guy, and I'm back with another video. Holy shit. This isn't gonna be a typical wrestling related video. This movie is just about this movie written by Jason Peele, same guy that wrote Get Out. And this is gonna be me breaking down Get Out, decoding it basically. Now this will be a spoiler review video. So if you haven't seen a movie, I suggest your ass leave before this music's done. So yeah, if you haven't seen a movie, you gotta bounce, because I will be breaking down spoilers. Alright, hold on, let me see. Alright, so yeah, if you haven't seen a movie yet, I suggest you bounce. This movie, I'm gonna say this now, if you think this is like Get Out, since it was written both by Jason Peele, it's not. And don't go into this movie expecting it to be like Get Out. But this movie is real 80s based, because in the beginning, the main character, her here, but this is gonna be more about the son up here. But this movie came on with the main character, but she was a little girl, she was walking around at some beach, and then there was some thing at the top, it said, find yourself. She went in there, and she basically got snatched. And they didn't show us that in the beginning, because we went through the whole movie thinking that the mom was I was thinking that the whole family was normal, and I thought that this family here was the ones that was the clones. I thought the whole family were fake, and the people that was going to be in the yard was going to be the real ones. I was partially right, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But this movie's real 80s based, because she had on a shirt, a Michael Jackson Thriller shirt. Thriller, I know Michael Jackson made that in like 84. And then the Hands Across America was an event that took place 3 p.m. across the United States. It's funny because us could also means U.S. as the United States. And then, Hands Across America was an event that took place May 25th, 1986. I believe, yeah, in 86. At 3 p.m. across, well, not really across the whole United States, just from California up into New York. I know some states, mostly Midwest, they didn't get involved in this. I'd ask my mom about this, because, like, the 80s, I wasn't even born at that point. But this movie got into, like, a lot of stuff. It even got to some spiritual stuff. I even had to look up, what is this? Because a lot of people were, like, lost. So what does this mean? It's Jeremiah 11:11. And throughout the movie, the boy, he kept on bringing up how he kept on noticing clocks. It was like 11:11. He was watching the news on Channel 11. It was just a lot of 11:11 like references, a lot of 11 references. And then if you look up the Bible scripture to Jeremiah 11:11, that means the Lord will bring evil they cannot escape. So who is they? What is this? So I'm assuming this I guess the world gets too out of control or something, kind of like an end of the world type thing. And I thought this movie, I will say, I thought it could have been scarier if they would have went a route like The Strangers. But this movie was still a little bit creepy, like especially when a little girl went in this place. Just a lot of it didn't make sense, because this place didn't have food, as she was in this underground tunnel that the experiments was at, the tethered. So if there was no food down there, they decided to eat rabbits. Who was supplying them with these scissors? Who was supplying them with these red jumpsuits? That had to cost a lot of money. And also, this area was not secluded. Anybody could have went down there at any point in time. Any point in time, any Joe Smoke could have went wandering off down there. I thought the government would have made sure this place is isolated. I thought there would have, real life, there'd be heavy security guards, a lot of police presence, or just security, or just government officials watching this area. Some kind of top experiment of, some type of top experiment. And none of these tethers could really talk to the mom. Well, this was honestly the tethered here. So the kids were like half-breeds, and I'll get to this boy in a second. The dad was funny, not much I could talk about with him, and the daughter, she wasn't bad. It was just, her clone was just straight up evil, stabbed some guy in the nuts with some scissors. And the mom here was the clone. Well, yeah, this is a clone of the tethered. So I thought the whole family here was tethers, but I think even the boy up there is a tether. But one argument I do want to make is, People wonder, when did he turn into a tethered? Some people thought it happened a year before when they went to the house that the grandma died at. And I know when they switch out, there's weird things going on, but they don't like to talk. They don't like to do nothing. They just bought it off as the grandma died and his mood changed. But he could have been turned into a tethered there. I'm thinking he got turned into a tethered at the beach, because that's when the mom kind of went wandering off. And she was at the beach. She was like, when she was a kid, he wandered off the same way she did. He's seen the same weird guy here. And another thing that's odd to me is he went home, he would color it himself in third person, talking to a god. It's just strange to draw yourself like that. And they go wandering off, they go down this thing. It's like, I don't even know what it would be at a beach. It's some weird thing that you go down and it says find yourself. And I think he went wandering down there, because see, we don't know how long he was gone. Keep that in mind. I know at the beach earlier on, he was building tunnels. There could be just a little. But I think, like, I would hope Jordan Peele wouldn't write in something we have to figure out. I would hope that when he got switched off this boy, it happened somewhere in the movie that we have to understand, because we don't know how long he went missing. The mom was just talking to the other family, the white family, to call them the Tylers, but we don't know how long she noticed he was gone. She just woke up at one point, like, wait a minute, hold on, where's Jason? So we don't know how long he was gone. He could have been gone anywhere from 10 minutes, 15 minutes to 20 minutes. That's enough time to switch out his body to the Pluto, the other boy. Pluto. And this is strange, because all the tethers, when they had the family in the house, they all were trying to hurt them. And they all have scissors. The only tethered who was not violent was this one, Pluto. That's the clone version of Jason. But I'm wondering, was that really a clone, or was that the original boy? Because his mouth was burned, so he wouldn't be able to talk and say nothing anyway. Maybe the tethers burned him, so he couldn't talk. Maybe the other clones did. They're down there, so he couldn't talk. That's just the theory that I want to get into. A lot of people want to win, and he turned into like a clone. I think it could have happened today at the beach, or it could have happened the year before, but I'm going more at the beach, still more in my theory to why. I was still like lost to why was he jumping up, climbing on trees, he was barking like a dog. It was just strange to me. It was something else. Let me think. Uh, but yeah, one other thing I do want to wonder and get into is, like, was this experiment worldwide? Because there was like a lot of clones around. There was like everybody in the world, I guess, had a clone somewhere, because there was a long like they did the Hands Across America. All the clones were holding each other's hands, and that's just strange to me. I'm like, so everybody in the world, everybody across the U.S. had a clone. Who did this? Why was nobody watching them? So they all couldn't get out of this area up until some little girl went down there and had to grow up. But any of them could have left. It's just that one only thought that she could get out, maybe because her original person was close to the beach, and I guess, I don't know. I don't know the tethers can, like, I know the regular people can control the tethers, the clones' movements, but I didn't know it was the other way around, because why would the girl wander off at the beach and go in a place where her clone was at? Do you get close to them? Do they control you too? I was lost about this. There's certain things that I wasn't understanding. If she still stayed down there, she could have got back up, because she wasn't tied up to the bed forever. Because I know this one here, the bad one, she choked out the regular girl. She choked her out, drug her down to these escalator, and then she tied her up to the bed. But she was not chained up forever. So at whatever point she could have got up, and got out and went looking around for help. So there could have been two of these girls around instead of just one. It just didn't make sense to me. A lot of people was lost on that. And I'm trying to read my notes here. I know some people trying to break down what the I got 500 means. Like, I don't think a lot of that stuff. These are just songs. That doesn't really. There's not no really meaning behind it. But there are meanings, I think, behind the scissors. Like they're cutting off ties to the original people, or just the way that you could be your own worst enemy, or I think there's different meanings to this. Some people even think that the boy up here, Jason, is gonna be the guy Chris from Get Out. I think that's taking it too far. I don't think, because he already changed his name, and the guy from Get Out, I don't think he had much family. This boy had a sister, so that wouldn't make much sense for him to change his name. And it seems like this the guy from Get Out. I don't know why people are thinking that. do want to get into this. The whole rabbit thing, because I know the girl, she had on a shirt that said something and it meant like rabbit in Vietnamese. And then I got 500. This is a song about the Loonies. And then Loonies similar to like Looney Tune and Looney Tune Bugs Bunny. So once again, is it all going back to the same shit with bunnies? Is it some stuff that they think the government's going to be planning? Because Get Out was about race. This here was more about just some failed experiment the government, I guess, gave up on. So yeah, I mean, and plus the timeline would make sense. Let's Get Out is so far in the future. So when Chris is a grown man, when he's like 26, because I think in Get Out they said he was 26, and here he might be what, like let's say 9 or 10 or something. So yeah, I don't know if the time frame even matched up. I don't know if they ever gave out a year for Get Out, but I don't know why some people are thinking that. And then a helicopter at the end was watching the people, all the tethers standing around holding hands. They could have shot him down at any point. Maybe there are, maybe they were. And then the mom, she was gonna call the cops at one point in the house. Did she call them? Because she was the one that was always like watching the boy. She watched him right away when she got home. She always kept an eye on the boy. I think at the end, like, I don't mean, because here's the thing, at the end, he was in the car, the ambulance. He drove off and he looked at the mom like, yeah, I know what you really are. But he might be that too. Because think of this, the regular mom that was supposed to be, we thought was the tethered, she took him after he walked his clone into the he walked his clone into the fire. So that lady could have stabbed him, keep in mind, but she didn't. Maybe because that was her real son all along. But all along, she could have took him at whatever point in time. But I mean, she could have stabbed him at any point in time, is my point, but she didn't. She just took him, threw him in a locker, and it's just strange how this would knew what locker he was in. So there could have been a lot of times this boy could have been switched out throughout the movie. We just don't know when or where. But I'm just going on my theory. It happened at the beach. Some people thought he got switched out even when the mom, the real mom, took him downstairs, and the tethered had to go down there looking for him. It's just different ways to when this happened. Everybody tethered was trying to kill like everybody's clone was trying to kill them, but he was playing with his. The girl, hers, like chased her down and stuff like that in the streets. The dad, he was getting beat up bad by his tethered, and then the mom who was real was beating up the fake mom, the tethered, because she took her when she was little. You see where I'm going at? But only his didn't hurt him. So was this the original Jason here, and this is the freaking tethered? Trying to think. And there's another reference people brought up, the rock, paper, scissors. And then I know like a lot of the tethers were killing people with scissors. He used a big rock that knocked out one of the Tyler twin girls, the white family. He was using a big rock later on in the movie. So then he was using rock, everybody was using scissors. This is still rock, paper, scissors. You see what I mean? But I mean, it's just hard to say. I do know that at some point he did get switched out, because it was just weird how he looked at the mom at the end. But it's just a matter of when and where he got switched out. My theory here is he got switched out at the beach. You guys can let me know what you think about that down below in the comments. And if there's anything else you guys, let me think. Because you guys can leave your comments about this theory down below. Because this is weird, because Pluto can talk anyway, because the boy was burned in the mouth. Whatever he was, whether that was the real tethered or Jason, he was burned in the mouth. So regardless, he can talk anyway to say anything. So it's just hard to say with that one. It really is. But I'm just going with my theory. He was switched out at the beach. And it's just odd why his tether was not violent. Everybody else was running for dear life. He was not at all threatened. His tether never came off dangerous. Even though he was acting like a dog, he didn't try to bite anybody. He didn't ever jump on anybody. He was not harmful. So that's just odd to me. And then they played it off like, oh, he changed on the ground. Because it's just weird. Because they even said at the beach, too, the girls were saying that he was weird. And sisters say, yeah, he doesn't talk much. That's what she went through when she got switched out, though. The mom, when she was little, she didn't talk much. Because this is a tether. They don't really talk underground. The only tethered that talked was the mom, the real mom, that was like with the tether family. But keep in mind, the kids were half-breeds anyway. Because this dad was human and the mom was really a tethered. And then the other one, the dad was a tethered and the mom was real. So you see what I mean? Regardless, each family, both kids were, the older sister and the younger boy were both half-breeds, half tethered, half human. So it's just a matter of when the underground clone Pluto, Jason or whatever, took over. There's no way that's the original Jason at the end, unless he just knew he saw something when he went underground. But she didn't take any other. She didn't even grab the girl. She just grabbed the boy. It seems like she wanted him underground for a reason. That the real mom. So it's just strange why she took him with her underground. I didn't understand what was the point of that. Maybe because she wanted the mom, the fake tethered mom, to go down there. But it's just still odd and weird to me. I don't know. I was trying to think here about more stuff. Hold up. And it's just strange they had him eating on rabbits. That's because, I mean, so these people can drop off food for him. So all these tethers, these experiments, just how to eat rabbits. There was no food, but somebody dropped off Caesars and all this stuff. That's just odd and strange to me. I can get past that part of the movie. Is this movie of the year? No. Is this better than Get Out? It might be on the same level. I think they could have went better down a horror route. But as far as some of the plot, it just didn't make sense to me either. Because who was supplying all this clothes down there? And it's just the fact of the government would not give up on something this dangerous. All the tethers went up from underground and they started killing people. Like the way that the Tylers, the White family, their clones killed them right away immediately in that house. The only one who I would even think was like his tether really tried to kill him was the dad. His tether really was beating the crap out of him. See, they were half breeds. They were half of an experiment anyway. And then this mom was already a tethered. So that was weird why the twin girls just tied her up to a bed and they didn't kill her. But this is it with this video. This your boy Lucha got him out. If you guys have any more theories, let me know down below. And I might have to do a follow-up if I get more info about this movie. Us. Peace.